Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all doing well today. So, currently in the state of Louisiana today, we have CO2 reporting being inconsistent and scattered all over the place. We have various companies and facilities from various industries reporting data in their reports in various formats. And on the other hand, we also have the regulators taking not only weeks but sometimes months to verify their reports. We've seen that the state of Louisiana invested over $23 billion in CCUS, otherwise known as carbon capture, utilization, and storage. But with this inconsistency and scattered nature of the process, it's serving as a problem to the state of Louisiana's investment in this ever-growing industry. So that's where we come in. My name is Elikem Hamenoo. I'm a sophomore at Grambling State University along with my partner, Epaphras Akinola. We are the team presenting Polaris, which I'm sure you all probably wonder, what is Polaris? So, just to keep the curiosity out of the way, Polaris is essentially a unified digital framework for CO2 reporting. Break it down easily, what essentially means is that Polaris, first of all, centralizes CO2 reporting in such a way that various industries can submit their reports and data in a very uniform and understandable format that cuts across various industries. Also, we are also trying to simplify the process of validation and verification through automated validation and verification checks. Additionally, we are also verifying the data and the reports that they are providing, because in such an industry, we realize that privacy, security, and verification is very paramount. So how we are doing this is through cryptographic hashing and blockchain technology. Next, we are trying to make sure that every stakeholder involved has a good idea of what's going on. They're able to easily understand what's going across various CO2 transportation pipelines. So we're able to visualize everything from storage, utilization, as well as transport across the state of Louisiana. And finally, we have the most important stakeholder, in my opinion, which is the average Louisiana citizen, because it is their tax dollars that is being invested into this industry. So we're making sure that the data is put out there and making sure that they have climate awareness and know what their tax dollars are going to be used for through transparency and education. So I don't really want to take much time. Let's go straight into the nitty-gritties of the demo.
So hello. So this is what the market happens. So we have different modes on our website. We have the learn, visualization, and data. And my teammates spoke about education. It's very, very important to follow this, because without education there isn't accessibility to life. So today I'm going to educate you guys how the carbon capture starts and how it helps its utilization and storing of the carbon. So you guys are my students today. So I'll teach you, then I'll give you a quiz and you answer. So let's start. So we have modern technology that grabs this CO2 when it's being used. We have the amine solvents and we have a approached up to 90%. Then when it is taken, when the CO2 is taken, it's transported usually in pipelines to where it's either going to be utilized or stored. And utilization basically means converting into products that are useful, like for cement curing or for fuels. Then the remnants are stored, and it's called saline formation, basically porous rocks underneath the earth that sucks in the CO2 and is sealed permanently because it's a dangerous gas. So now, I'll explain it. So I'm going to ask you some questions so you guys will answer. So first question, this might be a bit tough. Why ask an anchor report? Is it for faster upload? Yes or no?
No.
Yes. Yes. Oh, okay. Yes. Faster uploads. Hey. Next question. How is CO2 captured typically transported? So how is it transported? Is it trucks?
No.
Trains?
No.
Pipelines?
Yes.
Okay. Next question. What percentage of CO2 can modern capture tank remove? 50%?
No.
70%?
No.
90%?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for participating in my class. So the next one, visualization. So We spoke about the words, now we're talking about where. We want to see where this CO2 is being taken to, right? So use what we call Mapbox technology to capture this data, this complex data, into interactive map. So basically, look at this. When I click on a particular company, you can see the routes and weighted lines showing the routes where this CO2 is being either utilized or stored. When you click on it, you see information about the company, how much is being captured, how much is being utilized, and how much is being stored. But now, the regulators don't really care about this. They want to see our data. How is this being, how is your CO2 being stored? How is it being utilized? So this is where it happens. So the regulators, they don't want to pass through complex data to understand, oh, what is this? What are these people doing? Everything is visualized in here. So what you have to do is walk through. So let's look, can you scroll down? So let's look at river refinery. Can you see it? So they capture a lot of CO2, but they don't utilize most of it. They store most of it, which is bad. You can see the utilization percentage is low. Also, on time. I know you're on time. You don't report your data on time, which is also a red flag. So the regulators, they look at this. Wow, we need to do what? Investigate further. So next, how do the users, the companies, how do they upload their data? So now, just because of time, you click on upload the data, the company put in their name, details, the sector, their address, and then they upload their file. And when you upload the file, this is what happens. When you click on upload data, validation occurs. You first check. Do you like what you just submitted? Is this correct? Do you have your UIC state permits? Do you have more information about what you captured, what was stored, and what was utilized? Do you have all this information? If that is correct, two, the next thing it does is that it's called an asset. So it takes this and stores it in like a key. And this key is anchored to a blockchain and makes it impenetrable. You can't have an admin go and tamper information for the company to make them seem like what they put in is correct. So that's what we use to save that information. So now we're going to speak about how does this matter. So my team to take from here.
Thank you, Epaphras, for that very engaging section of our presentation. So, why should you care about what we are presenting to you? So, we have various stakeholders that span all the way from industry to the state. So, for industry stakeholders, we are providing them with a simplified compliance and reducing the reporting time and friction that they are currently facing. For our regulators, you know how they spend so much time being able to compile all this data into a central location. We are breaking that down for them and reducing that barrier for them. Additionally, we are also providing them with a central and visualized view of everything that's happening within the state of California with regards to CO2 progress. Now, so for the public, once again, our dear public, because it's the taxpayer money that is being invested into this, we are providing them with the data and trust through transparency of what their money is being used for, at least the result of what their money is being used for. We also provide them with the basic climate awareness. And for the state of Louisiana, providing them with accountability for their investments. Okay, so how do you meet the various climate tech groups? So just to run through this quickly. First of all, we have centralized reporting. So how we do this is that we have a very unified database with a company facility schema. The next thing is that we have a very simplified compliance structure where we automate various validation checks and also various audit logs. Next, we also have very easy and understandable visualization insights to allow every stakeholder involved better understand the larger picture. And finally, we also, last but not certainly the least, we also have a way of building trust because this is a very sensitive industry and we need to make sure that everything is verified and secure.
So next, this is the last thing I promise. So what's our market strategy? How do you get these regulators to use this app? So first, you need users. You need to go to all these companies. You have incentive to join. This makes the process faster for them. Validation is very fast, and they can pick out errors quickly. So that back and forth with they and the regulators is completely removed. So of course, they're going to do what? They're going to join through very, very strategic marketing. Yeah, and when you have the users, you go to the Louisiana Department of Conservation and Energy and tell them, oh, we have a lot of users. The Louisiana is in our app that you can regulate, and they're like, That makes sense, right? Because it makes our own process too easier. You don't need to pass through data, raw data. We just go, look at the list, look at people that are compliant, and yeah,